Queen of the moon.
Queen of the moon.
Queen of the sun.
Queen of the sun.
Queen of the heavens.
Queen of the heavens.
Queen of the stars.
Queen of the stars.
Queen of the earth.
Queen of the earth.
Bring to us the child of promise.
Bring to us the child of promise.
Well, winter solstice is a very ancient festival. It's been celebrated for thousands of years. Marks the time of the turning of the wheel from the old year into the new year. So if you like, it's the real New Year's Day.
Magic.
Magic.
It's a quartzo crystal. It's not possible to touch, but this black one clean bad energies. This purple, it's for cure, for healing, and yeah, exactly. It's to makes more energy. Love each other and stop COVID.
I've had 16 jabs just in case, so I can't go to Butlins on holiday. That's what I'm about, you know. It's like, I'll do whatever they say.
These stones are sat on a very powerful place. It's a ley line that runs across the whole world. And when we send energy into them, this energy runs around the rest of the world.
I mean, this is a place where there's certainly so much more energy in the ground because of the ley lines and all the energy that the people bring here. So I wanted to do some healing. I do have some knowledge of Reiki healing and things. So I mean,
with like a lot of energy being here, it can also create a vortex and portals, maybe into other dimensions, timelines. Realms and stuff.
Solstice, energy, peace, freedom.
How do you think they got here?
Well, there's many theories. So
I am told that they came from Preseli in Wales.
The original stones are the small ones in the middle, which are this stone, right? Yeah, right in the middle one, which is this stone here, which is Preseli. It's come all the way from Wales. These other stones are later, so they're actually quite more local.
I know there's one theory that they came along the river. I know there's another one that they were pushed along on logs.
Have you ever heard of monotonic gold? Monotonic gold is an ancient extraction from sea salt, which it's a mineral. It's gold, but it's a mineral more than a metal. And when you have this type of like mineral, it can activate lightness. So there's this thing, this powder, and you put it in a pan, a big massive steel pan. The steel pan you weigh at first 18 kilograms. You put this monotonic gold in, it weighs less.
I honestly couldn't say.
So you can make it into a liquid, and obviously with the practices of Merlin and ancient magic, I do believe that they were probably doused the stones to make them a lot lighter, to move them, because how they moved the Ark of the Covenant, which is a giant solid gold box, was having monotonic gold in it because it make it lighter.
Part of me thinks, you know, something we don't know, we're not meant to know, and we're never going to know, because if we do, we're going to try and recreate it. I think some things should just be left as mysteries.
That's my own personal view. I've heard loads of other things like aliens and...
Aliens?
No.
No. Not that we've noticed. We keep looking out for it, but we've not actually spotted any yet.
You're not just going to have aliens, you're going to have fairies, you'll have dragons, you'll have all sorts of ancient mythical creatures, you'll have all sorts coming through, because when people come here and activate things, bury things, you're opening it up to other worldly things. But I do believe aliens probably have come here. No, I don't believe aliens. Well, they definitely didn't build it, and they probably did not come here. But like, they probably have been here, but I don't believe they built them, no.
Does any of us know? We've not really got any great long records of conversations between ourselves and interplanetary visitors yet.
We have found that most of the places where ancient churches are built are usually where ley lines have crossed, because there's maybe been a pagan temple and something like that, and then when Christianity came along, they would replace the temple with a church. Just, it's somewhere that the lines cross, therefore there's a lot of energy there, and when people go there, they can help be part of that energy.
Energies.
Good energy, come to here to Stonehenge, celebrate with my friends, with the hula hoops, making witchcraft, it's sending love to the world, against fascism in the world.
Do you believe in magic?
Of course do, yeah, 100%, yeah.
Can you show us some?
Thing is though, magic's internal.
Can you show us some witchcraft?
Show witchcraft is in your heart.
It's not really an external thing. It's when you play with magic, you're playing with your inside of your subconscious mind.
It's in your mind when you desire something to someone, to somebody. You need to wish, and this wish come true.
You know, like if it would want to show you magic, it doesn't just come like that. It takes a while. So if you wanted a spell off me for protection, say against a dark spirit at your home because you're in a haunted house, if I give you this little bottle that'll trap it, then it'll trap it, and then you go and bury it, and then that's where it went, then you know it would work. But
Just enjoy it. I mean, some people, I know some people just think they're stoned, and
I'd like to feel the energy, but I'm not getting it.
just enjoy it. Just come, just try not to expect too much, and just come and just see what you feel. Just kind of just be a part of it.
a lot of it is also with belief, like belief is a very powerful thing. You can believe something so strong, you know what I mean? It's almost like an art of manifestation as well. Belief is one of the biggest powers in this world.
I'd like to feel it, I'm just not getting it. I'm not very spiritual, but I guess I'd sort of like to be. But yeah, not an awful lot coming out, just enjoying hanging out with my friends.
The experience is what you make it.
But magic, definitely real.
Well, I think this is a particular spot on the Earth's surface, on the ley line system, the Earth grid, where you get a coming together of energies which are useful for social transformation. I think that's why they held ceremonies here in the ancient past, to try and make society better. May there be peace in the east.
May there be peace in the east.
Lovely. And may there be peace in the south.
May there be peace in the south.
May there be peace in the west.
May there be peace in the west.
May there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in the north.
May there be peace when we get back to the centre, and may there be peace throughout the whole world.
May there be peace throughout the whole world.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Well, basically, I'm a senior druid and pagan priest. My name's Arthur Uther Pendragon. I'm generally known as King Arthur. Is rather than having a light cavalry unit, as the ancient Arthur did, times have changed. I now ride an iron steed. I've got a big 1100 motorcycle.
You mean like King Arthur, like King Arthur, King Arthur?
Well, yeah, there's, as far as I'm concerned, there's three Arthurian ages and there's three Arthurs. There's a pre-Roman archetypal Welsh, there's a post-Roman Dark Age British, and there's a post-Thatcher, and I'm the post-Thatcher. And I'm not out to convince anybody that I am a reincarnation of Arthur, I'm just the modern Arthur.
And I believe myself to be the reincarnation of a Celtic chieftain of the same name.
The sword, just a flash.
No, not really. You can get it like that.
No, I don't want to grab it. I want to see you just flash it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't pull it out unless it's in ritual.
So, what brings you here?
What brings me here is a pilgrimage, and there's a lot of people here. 4 times a year, the longest, the shortest, and the equal days, the turning of the wheel. Basically, what this is behind me, Stonehenge. It's great. Initially, when it's built, it's a great solar clock. It doesn't tell you the time of day like a sundial. It tells you the time of year. Ancient man, especially last night and today, would have feasted over there at Durrington Walls, and they slaughtered their pigs, and that was a leap of faith because they knew, because of the time of year, what this was set up to tell them, that the sun would return, and that's what we're here to celebrate. From now on, the days will get longer and the nights will get shorter. We come here 4 times a year. That's the 2 equal days in March and September, and it's the solstices. Now, everybody knows that this is aligned right there through the Heelstone, for the sun comes up there exactly at the summer solstice. But what people don't realise is directly opposite, right there, is where the sun sets last night for the winter solstice. It's aligned for both. And the winter solstice was as important to ancient man, if not more important, than the summer. And so I come here to lead ritual and to take part in the celebrations 4 times a year, solstices and equinoxes. You've heard of Anonymous. Well, we're not. We are Druids, a loyal Arthurian war band. I lead what's known as the political warrior arm of the Druid movement, if you like. And because I lead what I think of as a political arm, I run in general elections as well, and I stand here in Salisbury as an independent candidate. Well, talk about power dressing. Hey, I got the suit, got the tie, got the regimental tie, got the tie pin, got the shades. But hey, you want to see power dressing? Now this is power dressing. Come on, Salisbury. What do you want, another suit or a druid? Who's going to kick ass here? Send me up here and I'll shake them up. I've run in for Parliament on a number of occasions. My name's Arthur Pendragon, commonly known as King Arthur, and I'm an independent candidate. I mean, the first time I stood, I was actually a member of the Green Party, but as I don't believe in party politics, I stood as an independent. Do we all know what independent means? It means, to me, by, for and of the people, as opposed to by, for and of the party, like everybody else up here. I do not like any of the Tory policies. I think his party sucks. And the first time I stood, I embarrassed the BNP into last place. Please have at least 5 years of government, whoever's doing it, and not call another election so fast so I can get the money together. Thank you. On another occasion, I embarrassed the leader of the Monster Raving Loonies into last place, but generally I embarrassed myself into last place.
This is the real problem with independents, is if you vote for an independent, they get to be the judge and jury on which policies they want. And so you don't get a say, because you don't get to see a manifesto, and you just have to base it on a week or two of an odd leaflet with the most sketchy of biographical details and the odd hustings that you may attend. And that's why people don't vote for independence.
But it doesn't matter. My vote I get more and more people voting for me each time. 700 and odd people wanted me as their MP when I ran for Salisbury last time. So who knows? One day.
What could you give this country that Boris couldn't?
What couldn't I? Freedom! And we will be marching throughout this summer with the people against this oppressive government. Some time ago, when we had an exclusion zone around here, I took them to the European Court of Human Rights to guarantee that we could come here at solstices and equinoxes. And funnily enough, the young barrister who assisted me is now the leader of the opposition. He was Keir Starmer. So we took it to the European Court. And subsequently, we now get in 4 times a year. But they're trying to stop us. They're trying to close all these droves, and they have done over this period. They're closing all of the byways open to all traffic, and that's for 2 reasons. Firstly, it's control, so they can control numbers by making you park in their car park. By parking in their car park, they're going to charge you, and that's what they do. And now my argument to that is a pay-to-pray policy.
Were this a mosque, were this a church, were this a synagogue, you would not be charged to pay to pray.
Basically, we are guaranteed our right to be here under Articles 9, 10, 11 and 14 of the European Convention of Human Rights. That allows us to come here and worship. Now, they say that it's not a pay-to-pray policy, that it's just a pay-to-park. But my argument to that is they're acting like a cartel with Wiltshire Council and the police, Wiltshire Police. They close every single byway open to all traffic within the whole of the World Heritage Site of Stonehenge over the solstice period. And if that isn't acting as a cartel, I don't know what is.
Capitalism finds its way, doesn't it?
Oh, it always does. I mean, come the summer solstice, there'll be a marquee in this field, and they'll be selling their bloody T-shirts. Stonehenge rocks!
exactly.
Pretty cool boat, isn't it?
What is that?
It's the
Krishners.
What are the Krishners?
They're Krishners.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ready?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. What do the Krishners do?
Krishna shit.
Do you believe there's any magic here?
Yeah. The guy had definitely been in something. He got dragged out across the floor earlier, yeah.
What was he on magic?
Crystals, magic crystals. Something like, yeah, magic, yeah.
Is it in your heart?
Not on, yeah.
The magic here is, the energy here is actually very strong. You know, about 3 years ago I was sat by a hailstone and I got a twingling sensation on the back of my neck meditating. And I ended up getting a shock of energy straight through my body and felt rejuvenated afterwards. Even for Christians, you know what I mean? Any religion, it's a very strong place to come and practice your worship. But magic, more like energy.
So what does the energy do?
What does it well, if you're tuned into it, it rejuvenates you in so many aspects. It's like you get a shock to the system, like sort of an awakening, shall we say, from the universal power of whatever put these rocks here did it for sole purpose. So all the energy starts up in the middle of the stone circle, and if you're tuned into that, then you feel it through the hailstone, which is on the far left. And yeah, basically that's about it.
Have you felt it yet today?
Well, it's in us all, it's all around us, so it does whatever we want it to do. It's malleable, it's transient, it's dynamic, and so we get to choose in every single moment how we use that energy. Do we use it to lift us up? Do we use it to feel low? And if we feel low, that's cool, but that's a choice as well, and it can teach us stuff, so yeah.
All religions mean the same thing on this planet. It all means peace, but they all interpret it a completely different way.
You're feeling it now, man. You're feeling it.
But magic, definitely real. Yeah. Oh, magic. It's in your heart.
Well, then that's pretty cool, but I can't visualise that. So if maybe I'll get there one day, but
they're just rocks, but they're cool. And one man ordered pizza off the top of them one year that I was here.
We have one girl attempting flight of silk.
Do you think Boris would give this a go?
I actually do.
Yeah, he would.
Do. Boris is up for
go.
anything, including breaking the law. So I reckon he'd give a bit of silk a go.
He's had a nose job done today,
Has
Boris.
he?
Yeah, he was in hospital this morning.
He's had his sinuses cleared
Yeah,
out.
he's had his. I think it's more like Pinocchio rather than sinuses being done.
Well, right now I'm really loving England. I think we're giving absolutely fantastic vibes on a regular basis. Can I swear?
Yeah.
It's a shithole. It's fucked. It's not great, is it? But today is really good. So England really pulled through today. Yeah.
You feel spiritual?
I do, indeed.
Do you feel the energy?
I do indeed.
Do you feel the magic?
Do you want me to play a bit of didgeridoo?
Please do so. What do you call that one?
That's a good point. Didgeridoo. Cut.
We're also an ancient fertility religion. We also see it as another way, which is that the eye is the phallus of the solar god. The earth is the legs of the beautiful earth goddess. And the O is the sound of a gorgeous cosmic lovemaking from which all creation proceeds.
Yay!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It's the yin and the yang, but it's personalised. It's God and Goddess. There you are, we've got it.
Spirit of solstice sun.
Spirit of solstice earth.
Spirit of solstice earth.
The two combining on the longest day.
The two combining on the longest day.
Here at the marriage bed of Stonehenge itself.
Here at the marriage bed of Stonehenge itself.
Reflected all around the northern hemisphere.
Reflected all around the northern hemisphere.
This high time of natural fertility.
This high time of natural fertility.
As sunrise and sunset shafts of light.
As sunrise and sunset shafts of light.
Make fecund the waiting earth.
Make fecund the waiting earth.
And bring forth life in abundance.
And bring forth life in abundance.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
To put a slow down and a stop to global climate change. We love our planet and the beauties of nature and all the rest of it, and we would love our children's children to be able to enjoy it in space-time reality. So, notice. La Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably heard, we might not have heard, it's the way it goes, but we were able to put a stop to the Stonehenge tunnel happening.
But because the trouble with this government and any government, and this is the trouble with democracy, basically, is they behave like children. They keep asking till they get the answer they want. The answer they want is to build the tunnel. That is quite clear. We want to end this argument once and for all.
No, what about the dome though? You're talking about tunnels.
No, we've got dome.
Are your name Pendragon?
No.
Sure. Is his name?
Right, okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
What about the dome though, isn't it? They're talking about fucking tunnel.
Can we
No,
get on with the
no,
ceremony,
don't,
please?
I'm not doing nothing dodgy, nothing horrible. It's free speech. He's talking shit, I can talk shit.
Mate, it's a ceremony. If you want to talk to me about
It's not about a ceremony. Wait,
no,
you
no,
want, I was
sure,
here at
sure.
85, mate, when the Stonehenge been built.
Some things should just remain a mystery.
Yes, I don't think we need to know the answer to everything. It takes away the fun. I feel like you should just be able to believe things, and there shouldn't have to be facts or science or anything behind it. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. And it clearly makes a lot of people happy.
Follow your heart, get out your head and into your heart. Listen to your heart, and you'll see the leading of the heart will lead you in the magic path and lead into the magic way.
You seen any aliens today?
Apart from the fake ones.
What does the fake alien look like?
The little thing that's flying up over there. It's still there.
What, the light?
Yeah. I don't even know. There's no aliens here. It's all spiritual stuff.
Mysterious lights in the distance. Should we go find out what's going on? We saw some mysterious lights in the distance and we're like, is it aliens? It's not, is it? Can we see you use them? They look beautiful.
I'm gonna run away from you guys.
Why?